There are many ways to explore Oregon's back roads and byways. On this week's Getaway, Grant McComey takes us along a Washington County bike trail to enjoy a warm campout and learn about a unique chapter of Oregon history.
Winter's cold and wet rarely slows down Sally Miller and Hannah Vandering from putting in their training miles on the Banks-Vernonia State Trail in Washington County.
It's pretty flat, so you don't have to worry about any hill work. It's a nice way to get people used to their bicycles and used to riding in a group and that type of thing.
The trail is made for cruising through a northwest Oregon forest. But a century ago, this railroad line moved big timber between nearby Vernonia and Portland. Today, visitors can also enjoy Stubbs Stewart State Park. In fact, you can't miss it because the trail runs right through it. Rental cabins make a wintertime campout and trail riding a super weekend getaway. Just 20 miles from Portland and nestled in the Washington County hillsides, Stubbs Stewart sprawls across 1,800 forested acres. It's a full-service campground with more than 100 campsites, many with full hookups for trailers or RV, plus 15 rental cabins for a change of pace at a parkland that offers so much variety.
It's kind of like a pocket recreational area just because there's so many things. We've got a dedicated mountain bike area. Some of that has some structures to it like jumps and single track. Almost all the park trails, of which there's some 20 of, are open to mountain biking, so there's a lot of what you'd call cross-country mountain bike trails. We've got equestrian trails as well, and a large area for horseback riders to load and unload. We also have a disc golf course here, an 18-hole disc golf course, and it's a wooded one, so it's a challenging one. And we've got a beautiful hilltop picnic area, day use area that's got a great view of the Coast Range.
When you reach end of the line in Vernonia, roll up to this remarkable museum. It's only open on the weekends, but you discover that a different sort of logging runs deep in what was once a company town.
You don't come through Vernonia on your way to anywhere else. You either come here because you're heading to Vernonia or you lost your way, or you're one of those kind of people that likes to do a little bit of back road adventures.
Vernonia's lifeblood centered on the Oregon American Lumber Mill that ran around the clock and employed nearly 2,000 workers in the early 1920s. Back then, the trees were unlike anything you've ever seen. More than 2 billion board feet of Doug fir lumber came out of the mill during a run that ended in 1958.
Beautiful timber. It went to build things all over the country.
The museum is inside the only building from those days that's also on the National Historic Registry. It houses a remarkable photo collection from the heydays of old-growth logging.
I think it was more to chronicle life in the woods, and then they could sell the photos to the guys because they'd be in the pictures.
You're connecting the past.
We are.
It's a snapshot that connects with a unique Oregon story that's worth your time for a visit. In Vernonia, with photographer Jeff Kastner, Grant McComey, KGW.